Aries, thank you so much for joining me as we dive into 2020. This is such a spectacular year, especially for you, because this is the year that your career, like never before, is on fire, is being really brought to the surface. Your dreams, your wishes, your hopes. You guys have been through a lot, Aries. You had to really get down and dirty and start from the scratch. You've been through intense relationships. You've been through really having to fight your way back to the top. You've really felt attacked by a lot of different things around you, wanting to slow you down. Now, Aries, you are the ram, okay? And a ram is always pushing to get up higher. It loves to play games, okay? We won't deny you guys love to play games. And that competition really fuels you. So you've had a lot of other Aries around you, all right? You've had a lot of other people that have really challenged you and really had you really have to say, wait a minute, am I going to back down? Am I going to give up my life? Okay, am I going to stand for what I believe in? This time, like never before, is about you really finally embracing your identity. Now, it's easy for Aries to lose their identity. And when you lose your identity, sometimes it's easy to look around and maybe see others who have a strong identity and think, I want that. And maybe try to attain that. Maybe try to copy that. Maybe try to, really come in and take that for yourself. But see, now that's not working anymore, right? That hasn't been working. And the universe wants you to really come to truth, come to the ultimate connection. The universe really wants you to come to your true identity now. What do you think? What do you believe? There's going to be some challenges this year as all this energy moves into your 10th house of career. And so you may be leaving behind still some old ideas. They may be wanting to pull you down. It's kind of like those old ways of thinking, those old belief systems, those old relationships. And you're rising higher now. You're going to a completely different level. All right? You've also had to deal with some heavy 8th house issues, okay? Aries, you have your 8th house in Scorpio. And so that's where often we don't see the wounded trauma or the deep issues that the Aries often hides, very down deep in your soul. And those very intimate relationships, not the ones that you're having fun with, but those deep, intimate relationships, now they're becoming more secure. They're finally healing, or they have a chance to heal. Those traumas, those things that you don't like to face, they've been brought to the surface. And this is a way, again, for you to really, in claiming your identity, deciding what areas of your life that you're going to pour yourself into. You really need to have those secure relationships around you. This year, there's going to be father issues, okay? Strong, dominant male energy will be surrounding you with this final movement of Capricorn, Jupiter there and Saturn there. There's also a healing opportunity with the father role, with the strong disciplinarian role. This can also deal with authorities. You want to make sure you're not using your horns too quickly. You don't want to get yourself into authoritative debates and situations and difficulties. You want to have the wisdom to really say, hey, wait a minute, I don't want to go down that path. All right? The other thing that's going to be really special this year is that you're going to finally reconnect with this quieter, more spiritual side of you. You have the opportunity this summer. Now, I'm saying right now, rent the beach house, plan the river trip, plan near the water, because that's where you're going to find and have this spiritual awakening. You need to allow yourself to slow down a little bit. And by the middle of the year, you will notice this need to kind of back off. A lot of times we get discouraged or we feel defeated if we're not going 100 miles an hour. Aries, you're really good and feel very comfortable kind of on that adrenaline rush. It's like, you're hopping from one opportunity to the next, that fire in you, which is really exciting. But if you don't step back just a little bit, you're going to have to really watch out for burnout, okay? Because again, all of the energy right now is happening in your 10th, 11th, and 12th house, which is the higher knowledge, higher vibration. This is now asking Aries in a really positive way, it's time to grow up. Now, I know that's a little scary, right? It doesn't mean you have to give away your childhood passion. In fact, that's going to be what fuels you and keeps you going behind the scenes. But it is time to mature a little bit. It is time this year to create a whole nother tribe. There'll be people coming in that will really support you. And the internet is strongly surrounding you right now. The opportunities on the internet. Aries are really powerful and they know how to get out there. Life coaching, internet, social media, branding, marketing. All right. The North Node is going to fuel your house of communication, your third house. So this next year, you're going to start having this desire to talk, to tell your stories. Again, there's a strong community around you. So don't get lost or get alone behind the scenes of a computer. You need to get out and connect. And that might be doing networking groups. That might be getting together, even playing sports with other groups and meeting people. So sign up for a softball team this year, especially towards the end of the year, because Mars will move into Aries at the end of the year. It's also going to retrograde there. So this issue that I'm talking about you claiming your own identity, you're healing now. You're finally getting a chance to heal a lot of those wounds. Maybe you really felt like you've been struggling without the support or the acknowledgement. Without the support or the acknowledgement of those that you look up to, those authority figures, and really being able to say to yourself, I know who I am. I've been through hell and back, and I really finally know who I am and who I want to be and who I am in conjunction with everyone around me. If you think about the goat or the ram, they are a herd animal. They like to be in groups, but they're always kind of challenging each other who can get to the top, who can be on top. That's where they find their power. And so you're not done yet. You're still needing to push forward. All right. And this is the year for you to lay a foundation, to find that idea, to finally nail it, to finally get it and claim it and say, this is mine. Now, it doesn't mean you have to throw it out there too quick, because Capricorn is about being cautious. Capricorn energy, and again, we're going to see Jupiter and Capricorn there all year, is about kind of holding your cards a little close. Not necessarily bragging, okay, because you've got an idea that you don't want everybody else to get. You've got an idea now that could really financially give you the foundation that you've really needed, you've really been looking for. You want to have that place in your life where you can settle now. Again, this year is about spirituality, especially this summer. So make sure you plan on time to retreat and listen to that creativity by being quiet and tuning out all the noise around us. We can then hear the messages coming through. A lot of times we don't allow ourselves that time. We feel awkward. We don't know how to quiet down. And meditation is different for everybody. For an Aries, it might be driving down the road. It might be getting on a road trip. It might be getting your four-wheel drive and revving it up and taking off in the desert by yourself with your, with your heavy metal music. That's okay. Whatever it is, you need to allow yourself the time to make those connections. Just you. The relationships around you are important, and especially the significant relationships. But you can't get lost in merging this year everything that you are to where you lose yourself. Not this year, because this year is all about you really finding and loving and accepting and being at peace with who you are. All right? So remember, a lot of communication is going to be happening. A lot of time to really imagine and dream you need to give yourself. Financial issues are going to be on the table, so figure out how you're going to make that money. You want the retirement plan. You need to know what's happening in the future. This is the beginning of a new 12-year period, so get it. All right? Take the time to do this right, because you don't want to take the time to do it over. All right, Aries, good luck, and I can't wait to see how it's all going to unfold for you.